All right, Catherine, thank you so much. Well, we have a guest joining us in studio today to talk about a very important event coming up in just a couple of weeks. It is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I'm joined by Kenneth Roberts. He is the volunteer chair for this year's walk. And Kenneth, you've come on the show the past couple of years to talk about this walk and just how important it is. Alzheimer's and dementia is something that affects so many families. I know you have personal experience with it as well. But for people who are maybe not familiar with the Walk to End Alzheimer's, or it's been a little bit since they have been there, tell us about this year's walk.
This year's walk, we're very excited to bring it back to Elmira at Eldridge Park. For the last 3 years, we've been at Watkins Glen International, which was a great venue for the walk, but we're happy to bring it back now to Elmira, make it a little bit closer for folks in the local community to attend. October 11th, registration starts at 9. If you can also pre-register online, and the walk starts around 10 o'clock.
Okay, and the Alzheimer's Association is the organization, the umbrella organization for this. They raise funds for research, for family support, for a whole host of things. And I know for a lot of families who are caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's, it can feel like an isolating experience. So to come together for a walk like this and just be around so many other families that are either going through the same things, have gone through the same things, or just want to be that show of support. Having been to one myself, it's such an uplifting experience to have all those people together.
It is a powerful experience, and that is a part of the walk, is to show that support to folks in the community. It is a fundraiser. The money raised will help provide that support. We now have a person in the Finger Lakes region from the Rochester region, which we're part of, that is providing that support here, which is made possible by the money that we've been able to raise over the years. So that's an important piece of it. The other piece, as you said, is research. And the research in the 7 years I've been involved in the walk has just improved exponentially, and we've made leaps and bounds to where, when I started, the thought of a cure, even the thought of early diagnosis being a little bit more enhanced, or even treatments, there was a little bit here and there. Now we have some very effective treatments if the disease can be detected early on, and we have some new tests that are coming online and actually exist now. And then for the first time in my involvement, and I think a lot of people involved in the association, the thought of a cure is it is a possibility, maybe not in my lifetime. I'd like to be optimistic and say so, but certainly in my kids' lifetime and my granddaughter's lifetime, so that they don't have to experience what so many of us have experienced with this disease.
Absolutely, and that's why raising that money is so important, to go towards that research. But we do want to let people know if they'd like to register for the walk. You don't necessarily have to fundraise for it. If you just want to come and be that show of support, there's not a huge financial commitment involved. So if people do want to register a team, register themselves to sign up and take part, Ken, how do they do that?
They can just go on the Alzheimer's Association website and just do a Google search, and you'll get there. You can look up by zip code. There's an Elmira walk. There's a walk in Cortland. There was just a walk this past weekend, or coming up this weekend in Rochester. So wherever you are within this broadcast universe, get involved, be there. Again, there's no cost to participate. There's no cost to register. We do encourage people to fundraise or make a donation if they come day of. But certainly, as you said at the outset, it's about supporting those families. And there's so many people that are affected by this disease. 1 in 3 Americans will die with some form of Alzheimer's or other dementias. And for women at age 45, your chances are 1 in 5 of contracting Alzheimer's at some time in your lifetime. For men, it's 1 in 10. And women of color, the numbers are even higher.
Oh my goodness.
So if you don't know someone that's been affected, or you don't think it really relates to you today, odds are, unfortunately, it will at some point tomorrow. So it's really important for everybody to be part of this cause.
Absolutely. Well, Ken, thank you so much for joining us today and talking about this. Again, the Walk to End Alzheimer's at Eldridge Park in Elmira, October 11th. What'd you say, registration at 9?
Registration at 9 if you haven't already pre-registered, and just to kind of check in, and 10 o'clock we'll kick off the walk.
Okay, wonderful, Ken. We hope you have a great turnout this year as well.
Thank you, and thanks again for supporting this walk and having us here.
Absolutely.